Built on the shores of the Black Sea, the Sochi Autodrome is a 3.6-mile tour around some of the venues built for the 2014 Winter Olympic Games. Close barriers may make overtakes more challenging, but with 56% of the lap taken absolutely flat out, we certainly won't be wanting for pure speed. A fitting arena then to do battle at the pinnacle of motorsport.
Right, let's be patient going into turn 1. We want to be in a good position for the rest of the race. Good luck.
Hi guys, CombinedYoutuber here. Welcome to the F1 2016 Quick Race Career Mode. Today we'll be doing the Russian Grand Prix, the 4th round of the season in the Sochi Autodrome. And we have a dry race for the whole time. We have a sunny and cloudy race. And this is our first ever Russian Grand Prix on the channel, on my YouTube channel. This is the first ever time I'll be doing Russia. So, the strategy is going to the softs and then go to the super softs at the end. So it's basically like Australia's strategy. But now here we are with a super soft. So here we have the formation lap, and Bottas passed us as we had a really bit of a bogged down start at the formation lap, and there you go, got past Bottas again. And yeah, there you go, Felipe Massa in front of us now. We start 5th for the Grand Prix, so that's really, really good stuff. Oh, we almost clipped Felipe Massa there as he went into that corner. And here we go, onto the straight on the formation lap, and here we go into the penultimate final corner, where we're going through Felipe Massa, and we're lining up on the grid in probably our best position that the game has given us in this season. We're in 5th place, behind Felipe Massa, who's 4th. So here we are, lining up on our grid slot. We have Rosberg on pole from Hamilton, then Vettel, then Massa, then me, then Bottas. And now here we are, on the grid, for the lights, for the Russian Grand Prix, our first Russian Grand Prix. And it's away we go for the Russian Grand Prix, and it's a good start from us there. We're slipstream of Sebastian Vettel down into turn 1. What can we do now? Going onto this corner, we're behind Sebastian Vettel. Bottas has passed us now, and this yellow flags, and Carlos Sainz has out of the race. We have a safety car in this Russian Grand Prix, and we didn't even get to turn 2, and we have a safety car. Here's the replay of the start. Here's Carlos Sainz's incident. He's been pushed off by the Ferrari, and he's gone straight into the wall. Both his tyres are gone. Carlos Sainz, after a really good result in the Chinese Grand Prix, finishing in 7th, is now out on the first lap. That is unbelievable. Kimi Räikkönen is the Ferrari who has smashed Carlos Sainz off. And wow, what a start to this Grand Prix. We have a safety car on the first lap of this Russian Grand Prix. And here's Jolyon Palmer, who got involved in the incident, clipping Räikkönen, and yeah, his front wing was gone as well. And we actually hit the back of Bottas as the safety car stopped, because we didn't realise that the AI would do that on the safety car. So we have lost half of our front wing, which is quite unfortunate. And I almost got a penalty there for going ahead of Verstappen. And yeah, we just got ahead of Kvyat, and we have front wing damage. We went to the back of Valtteri Bottas, so we have to pit for a new front wing behind the safety car. It's such an eventful start to this Russian Grand Prix, our first Russian Grand Prix on my YouTube channel, and we change our front wing in the pits. Here we go, coming into our pit box, changing our front wing, and there's another set of soft tyres. And there's the Renault of Jolyon Palmer also coming in. So Jolyon Palmer might catch up from this, but we'll see. Raikkonen's 20th, so let's hope we can catch up. Let's hope this safety car can assist us with catching up the field after this crash. But seriously, Carlos Sainz had a really good result in China, finishing in 7th, and the next race he gets pushed off by Kimi Räikkönen. Like, that is very unlucky. I can't believe that's happened to him. Here we go, the safety car on lap 3 is coming. On lap 3, the safety car is coming in this lap. We are behind Felipe Massa, and the green flags are out. and we are racing for this Russian Grand Prix. We are properly away for the Russian Grand Prix. We are behind the Sauber of Felipe Nasser down into the straight, and now starting lap 4 of this Russian Grand Prix. Here we go, slipstreaming Felipe Nasser down towards this corner. Here we go, coming down into turn 1, flat out. Got slipstream, 8th gear. 330 kilometers an hour, 340 up the inside of Nasser into turn 2. We get, just about, yes, we get the move done on Nasser into 18th place. That's the first overtake of the race for us. And now we have Marcus Ericsson and the other Sauber next up. Here we go. What can we do with Marcus Ericsson up ahead? Here we go, slipstreaming him down towards this corner, and there's a Manor challenging the Haas ahead of the. So you're now coming up the inside of Marcus Ericsson into turn 13, and there is a battle between Pascal Wehrlein and Esteban Gutierrez there. So let's see that battle before we look at our pass. So here's Gutierrez pulling to the outside of Pascal Wehrlein, who has damage to his side pod. He has rubs on his side pod. And Gutierrez is on the super soft tyres, so he must have had better grip out of the that corner. But here is the replay of our pass on Marcus Ericsson. Here we go, coming into turn 13. That's a good move up the inside of Marcus Ericsson, and we get the move done into turn 13. I think it's turn 13. But now coming onto this corner, we are behind Rio Haryanto in the Manor, down towards turn 2 and into the long turn 3. What can we do here? Can we try to go round the outside? We've got understeer all over the place. We're going to try to go round the outside of Haryanto and maybe on the inside of Pascal Wehrlein. Yes, we can get both the Manors into turn 4. That was a great move there. We have overtaken both the Manors at turn 4. This is not the best camera angle, but you can see the Manor of Rio Haryanto on the left. And we go on the inside of Pascal Wehrlein. That is a really good camera angle. And, well, that was a really good pass. If you can't tell already, I had a bit of a cold today, and I'm just recovering from it, so I might not sound the best at the moment, but that's alright. But we passed the 2 Manors of Pascal Wehrlein and Rio Haryanto. And now, coming on to this is lap 5 already in this Russian Grand Prix. And now here we are with Esteban Gutierrez, and now Grosjean is coming to the pits, so is Fernando Alonso, and so is, I think, Kevin Magnussen, yes. But now moving on to lap 6 of the Russian Grand Prix. We are behind Esteban Gutierrez, down towards, onto the straight now. And there's a couple of people in the pit lane, as I said. But now here we are with DRS available on Esteban Gutierrez, down towards turn 2. What can we do to him? Down into turn 2, up the inside of Esteban Gutierrez, into turn 2. We got the move done, we've gone off the track a little bit there, but we get Esteban Gutierrez into P8. And this is the catch-up starts. And now we're behind Jenson Button in the McLaren. We should be able to get him on the straight. But here we go, coming onto with the DRS zone. Here we go, gaining on Jenson Button. Down to it. Look at the straight line speed difference between the McLaren Honda and the Force India. And we sped past Jenson Button into 7th place. This is a good catch-up. Lap 6 of this Grand Prix. We're on Rich Mix. And we've got a warning for exceeding track limits there, because we corner cut the final corner. Now, here we are with Max Verstappen. So there were some of the pits there. So we're moving up to 5th now, behind our teammate Nico Hulkenberg, who stayed out on, I think he's on primes. I haven't stopped for my super softs yet, so we still got to do that. But here is Pascal Wehrlein on Rio Haryanto once again, and he's got huge slipstream there, and he's pulling out to the inside of his teammate, and Wehrlein gets the move done on Rio Haryanto. That was a good move from Wehrlein. He was gaining a lot of time there. And now here we are finally coming into the pits for our set of super soft tyres. We went wide at the pit entry there, which is rather embarrassing to be fairly honest, but we still made the pit entry. And here we are coming to the pits for a set of super soft tyres. Well, let's hope it's a good stop. We haven't had the best stops this season. Yes, that is a beautiful stop from Force India. 2.0 second stop. That is the best stop of the season so far from Force India. But here we go, coming out of the pit lane. Where can we come out? Can we come out ahead of Pascal Wehrlein, who's just passed his teammate Rio Haryanto? Yes, I think we can. Oh, sorry. Here we go, coming out into 12th place, behind Max Verstappen, who we've been battling with all season, by the way. We're battling with him in Australia. We had a good battle with him in Bahrain. Didn't battle with him much in China and now Russia. But now, here is Max Verstappen ahead, behind a huge train of cars. There's a battle going on ahead of him, and we get out ahead of Nico Hulkenberg there. But now there's, I think, Felipe Massa. No, it's Bottas. But now there's actually a huge train here. We passed Verstappen into turn 2, and now we're going at the inside of Felipe Massa into turn 3. Side by side through the long left-hander, and now into the right-hander. And we touch Felipe Massa there. But now we are side by side with him. Down into turn 5. Can we get Felipe Massa? Yes, we can. We can get Felipe Massa. And the car ahead is Jolyon Palmer, who is into 7th place after being involved in the incident at the start of the race with Carlos Sainz. That is really good. That is not that bad. But here is our move on Felipe Massa. We went round the outside. And Ricciardo actually got Nico Hulkenberg there. But here is Jolyon Palmer, who was involved in the first lap incident with Carlos Sainz and Kimi Räikkönen. He has moved up into 7th place. What a catch-up he has made. He should become the driver of the day. Either me or him. But here we go, slipstreaming him down towards the straight. And we speed past Jolyon Palmer in that Renault, in the banana car. And we get past him into P7. And now here we are with Daniel Ricciardo and Valtteri Bottas battling ahead of us into this corner. But now, getting really close to Valtteri Bottas here as we start lap 11 of the Russian Grand Prix. Here we go, coming into this corner, I think turn 12. Here we go. We've got DRS available on Valtteri Bottas down towards the corner. As Bottas is a Mercedes engine, he should be able to get Daniel Ricciardo. But now, here we go, slipstreaming Valtteri Bottas down towards the corner. Bottas is pulling out to the outside of Ricciardo. We're going to go for the both of them into turn 13. We've got them both into turn 13. That's a brilliant move. We got past Daniel Ricciardo and Valtteri Bottas as one of the best overtakes I have made in this season. Probably better than the China overtake, to be fairly honest. Look at this. Ricciardo was battling away with Bottas. We tried to go up the inside. Bottas locks up, and it was 3 wide for the second race running. Wow, here is Ricciardo's point of view. Ugh. With Bottas shooting past him almost. But here we go. Here's Perez. That's an awkward position for Daniel Ricciardo. He had nowhere to go but into Valtteri Bottas, who has been forced off track. If you see from his point of view, here is Bottas gaining on Daniel Ricciardo. And here we go. So, look, Ricciardo had nowhere to go when I was on the inside. Look at this. See? Ricciardo just completely pushed Bottas off, which is a real shame. But here we go. Nothing really happened in the last 2 laps after that. And we are in 5th place on the final lap of this Grand Prix. Lewis Hamilton wins the Russian Grand Prix. It has been Rosberg winning in Australia, Hamilton winning in Bahrain. And we finished in 5th place in the Russian Grand Prix. A decent result after being last at the safety car. But anyway, we have Hamilton, Rosberg winning in Australia, Hamilton winning in Bahrain, Rosberg winning in Australia, China, sorry, and Hamilton winning in Russia. So that's an interesting trade between the Mercedes. But there is Lewis Hamilton going up in triumph as he takes his 2nd victory in this quick race career mode in this Russian Grand Prix. And Mercedes, for the 4th time in a row, celebrate the victory. And here come the drivers out onto the podium. Lewis Hamilton stands up in glory. Nico Rosberg is 2nd, and Sebastian Vettel, for the first time in this season, gets a podium. And there is Hamilton putting up the trophy, and the champagne should be sprayed any minute. And here we go. The champagne is sprayed, and Hamilton sprays it all over Sebastian Vettel's face. I don't know why I said that. But here we go. Hamilton has won this Russian Grand Prix, the 4th race of the season.
And now let's take a look at the driver's standings. It wasn't the best weekend for our championship leader, and their advantage at the top has been reduced. And now I'd like to ask you, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
It's got to be Jolyon Palmer. He was in another league for me today. Really impressive stuff.
That's it for today's Grand Prix, and from Ant and I, it's goodbye, and see you again next time.
So Jolyon Palmer has been given the driver of the day. He really does deserve that. He got involved in the first lap incident with Carlos Sainz, and Jolyon Palmer finishes 12th. So Lewis Hamilton wins this Grand Prix from Nico Rosberg, then Sebastian Vettel, Kimi Räikkönen, then me, then Max Verstappen, then Daniel Ricciardo, Valtteri Bottas, Nico Hulkenberg, Felipe Massa, Jenson Button, Then Jolyon Palmer finishes 12th, Fernando Alonso in 13th, and Esteban Gutierrez, Kevin Magnussen, Romain Grosjean, Pascal Wehrlein, Daniel Kvyat finishes in 18th in his home race. Real shame there. And Rio Haryanto in 19th, Marcus Ericsson, Felipe Nasser, and Carlos Sainz is the DNF of the Grand Prix, who DNF'd on the first lap of this Grand Prix. And there are the incidents. There was a lot of incidents there. You can see Carlos Sainz with terminal damage there. And there's Verstappen colliding with Bottas. And then you can see me colliding with Bottas at the minute as well. But the Drivers' Championship, Rosberg leads by 6 points from Hamilton, so that's come down due to Hamilton's win. Ricciardo's third, then Max Verstappen, then me in 5th, so we're catching up to Max Verstappen and Ricciardo. Valtteri Bottas, then Kimi Raikkonen, Felipe Massa, Sebastian Vettel goes up into 9th, Nico Hülkenberg, Carlos Sainz stays in 11th, and then Fernando Alonso in 12th for McLaren Honda. Since 2015 they haven't been the best team, to be honest, so they wouldn't do that well. If it was a proper crit mode, they probably would do well, but I can't do the proper crit mode yet. Jenson Button 13th, Romain Grosjean, Jolyon Palmer, Daniel Kvyat, Esteban Gutierrez, Kevin Magnussen, Pascal Wehrlein, Marcus Ericsson, Rio Haryanto, and Felipe Nasser is currently last. Constructors' Championship, Mercedes lead by a whopping 86 points from Red Bull. Then Williams in 3rd place, which is interesting. Then Force India in 4th. Ferrari down in 5th, that's outpacing. Then Toro Rosso, McLaren, Haas, Sauber, Manor, and Renault in last in the Constructors' Championship. So hopefully you enjoyed this Russian Grand Prix. We had a really good comeback after crashing with Valtteri Bottas and destroying our front wing in the first lap. And we finished in 5th. Hopefully you enjoyed this eventful Russian Grand Prix. See you guys on my next video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and goodbye.